Hello students, in our previous class part 1 in chapter 4 we have learned about page margins, page orientation, how we can insert the hyperlinks, how we can insert the text in multi-columns. In this class we will learn how we can insert the header and footer, how we can insert the page number and special characters and symbols, and we will also learn about how we can view the document in different views. First we will start up with header and footer. What are the header and footer? Header and footer are the content which appear either at the top margin of page or either it appear the bottom margin of page. Now what can be the content of the header and footer? It can be an image, or it can be a text, page number, it can be a date, company name, or either it can be a title of the topic. Header, first we will learn how we can insert the header. Header appears at the top margin of the page, while footer appears at the bottom margin of the page. Now we will learn how we can insert the header. If we want to insert the header, first we will go to the insert tab, then we will go to the header and footer section. We will click on the header drop down arrow. As soon as we will click on the drop down arrow of header, we will see a pull down list will appear. There are 4 options, pre-formatted 4 options. Header options are there, like blank with 3 columns, or either it can be a asterisk or it can be a banded. We can select any of the pre-formatted header option from the pull down list, and as soon as we will select the option, a header area will be activated at the top margin of the page. Now we can type the text. We can type the text which we want to set as a header. If we want to set the footer and header both as on a page, what we will do? We will insert the header, then we will click on the footer area of the page. Footer area, where is it is the bottom page margin. So we will go here, we will click on the footer area of, or we will press the page down arrow key, then a cursor will blink at the footer area. We can type the text which we want to set as a footer. It can be I have told you that it can be a image, text, page number, name or title of the topic. So after writing the footer and after writing the header text, we will click anywhere outside the page, click anywhere on the page, then the header and footer will appear on the page. Now we will learn how we can insert the footer from the insert tab. We will go to the insert tab, then we will go in the header and footer section. We will click on the footer button, then again a pull down list will appear. We can select any of the pre-formatted footer option, like what can be there? It can be a blank with 3 columns, it can be asterisk and it can be a banded. So we can click any of the pre-formatted footer option, then a text box or footer area will be activated at the bottom of the page. Then in that area we will type the text, and after typing the text which is we want to set as a footer, we will click anywhere on the page. Then the footer area will start appearing. Footer text will start appearing on the page. You can see in the picture that the footer area is activated. We will type the footer here and that will be set as a footer text. Now we will learn how we can insert a page number in the document. A page number can be inserted either it on the top or it can be inserted at the bottom of the page. If you want to insert the page number, first we will go to the insert tab. Then from the header and footer section we will go to the page number option. We will click on the drop down arrow of page number. Then a list will appear. We can select any of the option. If we want to insert the page number at bottom of page, we can insert the page as top of the page. Then we can select any of the option. Suppose we have selected at bottom of pages, then we will, after that we will select the style of page number. Style of how the page number should appear. We can select any of the style of page number. Then the page number will be inserted on every page of the document. After doing this, we will click anywhere on the page. So you can see in your book also, after every bottom of your book page, a page number is inserted. That is also in the same way we can also insert the page number in a document. Now we will learn how we can insert and drawing a text box. What is a text box? It is a graphical element in Word which is used to make which is used to type the text. A text box is a graphical element in Word. A text box is a way to make a block of text stand out from the rest of the document. If we want that some text should be written that appear different or stand out from the rest of the document, we can insert the text boxes. How we can insert the text boxes? We will go to the first insert tab. Then in the text group, we will click on the text button. Then after that we can select any of the after selecting the text box button in the text group, a pull down list will appear. We can select any of the option from the available option from this list. We can draw the text boxes also. If we are selecting the pre-formatted option, like if we are selecting the available option, then suppose we have selected the single text boxes, then as soon as we will select the text boxes, the text box will appear on the document. And if we want to draw the text boxes, what we will do? We will drag and draw the text boxes on the document, and then we will type the required text. I repeat the process again. How we can insert a text box? First we will go to the insert tab. Then from the text group we will select the text box. There are two ways now. We can select any of the option available, or we can draw the text box also. And after appearing the text box on the document, we can type the required text. Generally, when we insert any text box in the document, it is inserted at the center of the line on which the typing cursor is blinking. Now, if you want to move it and resize it, we can also do that. How we can move the text boxes? What we will do? We will click on the edges of the text boxes. Then mouse will convert it into move handle, and then we will drag and move the text boxes to the new location. What we will do? We will go to suppose this is a text box. We will bring the mouse pointer to the edges of the text box, and then mouse handle will change in the move handle. Mouse pointer will change into move handle, and then we can drag the mouse and move the text boxes. Now how we can resize the text boxes? Suppose we want to change the size of the text boxes. How we can do? When we enter the text in the text boxes, it is resized automatically, or if we want to resize it manually, we will click on the text boxes, then put the mouse cursor on the resize handle and drag it to resize the text boxes. Resizing means changing the size of the text boxes. It can be done manually, or when you type the text, it resizes automatically. Now we will learn how we can insert the symbols and special characters. What are the symbols? Some in the document, some special symbols are used. What are they? You can see that these are the some special symbols and characters that can be inserted in the document. How we can insert a symbol? To insert a symbol, we will go to the Insert tab. Then after clicking on the Insert tab, we will go to the Symbol group. Then we'll go to the Symbol button. Then a list of symbols will appear. Then we can select any of the required symbols. And suppose our desired symbols does not appear in the list, we can click on the More Symbols. Now that's how we can insert the symbols. First we will go to the Insert tab, then in the Symbols group we will go to the Symbol button. Then a list of symbols will appear. We can select any of the desired symbol. As soon as we select the symbol dialog box will appear. Then we will click on the Symbol tab. Then scroll and double click on the required symbol that is to be inserted in the document. Or we can select the symbol and click on the Insert button. Either we will select any of the symbol, then we will click on the Insert button. The symbol will be get inserted in the document. Now if you want to insert some special character, then in the document, how we can insert the special character? Click on the special character tabs. First we will go to the Insert tab, then from the Insert tab we will go to the special character tab, then double click on the required special character that is to be inserted in the document, or select the special character and click on the Insert button. Then in the last we will click on the Close button to close the dialog box. Then the special character will be get inserted in the document. So this is how we can insert some special characters and symbols in the document. Now we will learn how we can see the MS Word document in different ways. So MS Word also provides different ways in which a document can be viewed that depend upon the purpose for it which it is viewed. MS Word provides 5 different ways in which a document can be viewed. What are they? It can be a read mode, print out and print layout view. Either it can be a web layout view, outline view, or it can be a draft view. These 5 options are available to view the document in MS Word. We will study about them in detail. First is read mode. In the read mode, this layout is used to read or review the document. This is used to read and review a document. In read mode, the document will fills the window, or it can be displayed on the full screen of the document in a magazine style. The document fills the window in a magazine style. The special purpose of this read mode is used full for proofing the documents. It is used especially useful for proofing the document. So read mode view is used to read or review the document. Then next view is print layout view. Print layout view is used to create and edit standard documents such as memos, letters and reports. This print layout view is used to create and edit standard documents. What is the advantage of working in this view is its adherence to what you see is what you get. It means that printout layout means what will be the printout of the document that you will see. What you see is what you get. Now what you have inserted, like if you have inserted the headers, footers and formatting match the printed output. It means that how will be the print out of the document that will be same that can be viewed in print layout mode. Then next is web layout mode. What is the use of web layout mode? It is used to create, view and edit pages as they will appear online when opened in a browser. When a page will opened in a browser as online, that layout is used to create, view and edit pages. This web layout is used to create and edit pages as same as they will appear or look online. By selecting Save As in the backstage, you can save pages in several web compatible formats. Then next mode of viewing document is outline. What is the use of outline view? Outline view is used to create, view and edit outlines. If you want to create the outlines, like you can see in there, if you want to create the outlines, then we will use the outline view. It is ideal for creating the outlines. While working in this view, an outlining tab with outline related commands is added to the ribbon. An outline view tab will appear on the tabs group in the ribbon. With this we can use some commands while reading the outline mode. Then the next and last viewing mode of document is draft. This view displays a document as continuous text, means it will be continuous text like without page breaks. Without page breaks are denoted by dotted line. Page breaks are denoted by dotted line, and graphics and other non-text objects are not shown in this view. What is the draft view? Suppose you have inserted any picture or graphics other than the text, objects other than the text like graphics or non-text objects, they won't be shown in the draft view. Only the text will be shown in the draft view, and the page breaks page breaks will be denoted by the dotted line. So students, these are the 5 views in that we can view the document. What are they? Read mode, print layout, web layout, outline mode and draft mode. Okay students, with this we finishes our chapter 4. In this chapter we have learned how we can insert the page size, page margin, how we can insert the different symbols, how we can insert the page number, header, footer, and we have also learned how we can view the documents in different style. I hope you have understood the chapter well. Okay, thank you.